Well, hello and welcome to Kernels. This is an ongoing series of short videos from the State Library of Iowa. I'm Bonnie McKewon with the Northwest District Office of the State Library, and I'm joined today by Angie Scales with the Ida Grove Public Library. I'll introduce her in just a bit and we'll turn to our topic, but first, just a quick background about Kernels. If this is the first one that you're viewing, each installment is a quick pop of professional development that we think gets right to the center of a library program or service or a methodology that's being applied in a public library setting. Kernels feature library staff discussing their work so that other in-practice librarians can learn from their experiences. You'll find our kernels posted to the State Library's Continuing Education YouTube channel. There's an entire playlist there, so we hope you'll circle back to watch any of them at any time. These videos are also cross-posted in Iowa Learns. That's our learning management system, where you can watch them inside your Iowa Learns account for CE credit. So now on to today's kernel topic, which is all about Canva. And I'm joined by Angie Scales, who is the director at the Ida Grove Public Library. Angie has become a big fan of this design software called Canva, and she has developed some serious skills, I'm saying, in creating Canva designs. And lucky for us, we will see some of her designs in this conversation. So Angie, thanks for doing this with me. Let's start with some background about Canva. I looked this up recently and it's actually been on the scene for 10 years now. And I was surprised by that. It launched in 2013, so maybe for software that's got a good lifespan, right? Um, Canva is known as online design and publishing software. It includes designs for flyers and invitations and bookmarks and social media posts and so much more. Um, in the 10 years since it's been on the scene, how did you come to discover Canva and how did how did you get so good at it?
Well, I tell you what, you introduced me to Canva
What?
when we did, when was it? 2016, 2017? We did a training class in Sibley, I think it was. And you did a presentation on Canva, and ever since then, I've been using it.
Presentation pointers.
Yes,
I bet that was the workshop.
yes, it was. And I think was it 2017?
No, maybe around in
Somewhere
there.
around there. Yep, yep. So no, ever since that class, I have been using that exclusively. I don't use anything else anymore. I used to use Publisher and PowerPoint,
Hmm.
but with Canva, it's just so easy. Everything is right there, and um, just going in and trying different things with it, making different designs for different things for the library. So a lot of practice.
Well, that's it, right? Practice makes perfect.
Hmm.
I know that I don't use Canva as much as you do. I tend to use PowerPoint as my main uh, piece of design software, certainly for webinars and workshops and all sorts of presentations. But um, I think we'll be anxious to see some of the Canva designs. I mentioned a few of them, like flyers and bookmarks and posters and social media posts. I had forgotten about that. Do you have favorite formats, or um, if you want to just bring forward your share your screen and bring forward your Canva account, we can see in real time here some of what you've created and the formats that you've used.
Yep, I can do that. Um, it's saying that it's disabled. Post
Oh,
disabled screen sharing.
well, it won't be in a minute. Here it
No,
comes.
I think some of my favorite formats are um, the ones for newsletters, annual reports, that kind of thing. I use it a lot for that. We use it for our library brochure. Um, and I honestly, I use it for everything. I don't use anything else anymore. Um, all of our bookmarks are there. We've done grab and go bags. The instructions are all on there. Um, summer reading, our certificates, our registrations, everything that we need to do that needs to get attention, I use Canva for. So,
Well, if that's your go-to design software, do you find that it saves time in that respect, that all of your designs live there and you can just go back to favorite ones and maybe tweak them a little bit before you use it again next time?
oh, definitely, definitely like our library brochure. If we have any changes, I just have to go to this and make changes to um, what needs to be changed and print it out, and it's good. Um, but yeah, and a lot of the things that I do with Canva, we have in our library a digital display. So we have a TV on the wall. So on with one Canva design, I can resize it to fit our digital display, our website slider. I can make it into a poster or just an 8 by 10 flyer. So one
Wow,
design, I can make 4 or 5 different things with it just by resizing it.
gotcha. So one
Yep.
design gives you all those different formats in all those
Right.
different
Right.
sizes and uses.
Yep. And they're the same thing, just different sizes.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really cool. So what now did you want me to
Um, if
get
you
me to
want
just
to, well, if you want to just show some of those templates on the left-hand side and what the possibilities are, maybe, and then
okay.
we'll take a look at from those templates what you have used in
Okay.
your library.
Okay. So with Canva, there are all kinds of different templates that you can use. Infographics is one of my favorites. That's what I use for all of our bookmarks, program schedules for the summer, and then we also do program schedules for the fall and spring after school programs, um, movie days, our Tiny Tots program, anything that I need to have a schedule for. I use infographics a lot, and those are really very simple to turn into bookmarks. You can put 3 of those on a page and just cut them up. Um, there are all kinds of templates for business. There are documents, presentations. I've never used whiteboards, so I don't really know what that's about, but maybe one of these days. Um, who
Well,
knows?
and I see Canva has presentation format in there too, which would
Mhm.
be, similar to the PowerPoint um,
Yes, definitely.
idea.
Definitely. But yeah, they have Facebook. You can make Facebook covers, ads. There's even Instagram. I think there's TikTok videos, LinkedIn, Twitter. It's amazing the amount of things that they have on here that you can do. Um, cards and invitations. We use this for all of our thank you cards that go out to our patrons for donations,
Oh,
summer
nice.
reading donations. We make our own cards every year, and that saves us from buying cards, but it also gives us a little bit of control over what we want to put in the card, which is really nice. So,
As the message. And,
mhm.
I would think if people start using this from a work related reason, um, I can see how it could so easily spill over into the personal side of life too, right? Because
Oh,
all of
yeah,
these invitations and announcements,
Yeah. Yeah, actually when my oldest graduated, I made his graduation announcement on here and had it printed at Walmart.
Oh, no
So,
kidding.
yep, yep. I probably shouldn't admit that, but I did. And it was just it's all really simple. There are so many different designs and so many different ways to do these that I would say anybody would be really hard pressed to not find something that they can use. Um, or at
Right.
least something that relates close enough to what they're trying to do that they can just change the words.
Because there's such variety.
Right.
And I know when you and I talked about doing this, and because our intention for kernels is to make these kind of short little bursts of continuing ed or
Mhm.
demonstrations, we felt that we probably didn't have time for us to actually watch you design something from start to finish.
Right.
Um, so while we don't have time for that kind of instruction, I would love for you to share some of the designs that you've used for Ida Grove Library and some of your favorite ones and ones that you are able to turn to and kind of just, refresh the next year when it's time to send out a new library brochure or a new annual report for your board.
Right. I would love to share some of the things that we've done.
Great.
I think one of my favorites that I've done was this newsletter for our annual report. We gave this to our county supervisors, we gave this to our city council, and we even had copies out at our front desk for patrons to take. Um, but when I did this, I said, this is fantastic. It's at a glance. You don't have long paragraphs that you're reading. Um, it's just basically an overview of what we've done all year, what we're looking forward to, how many people were using the library, what they used it for. And it was really eye-catching. And we had a lot of people that when they looked at it, they said, oh my goodness, I didn't know that you guys did all of this. So it really made it easier for us to share what our library does in a short, simple format that had bright colors. So that was really one of my favorites was that one. And
Well,
then,
that's definitely the beauty of infographics, right? Because it's such a visually appealing piece to give people, and it's not, like you
mhm,
said, the need to read through paragraphs of text. It makes those statistics you want to share just really pop off the page when you're
it
using an
does.
infographic. I love that kind of a
Yeah,
design too.
yeah, it does. And it lets you highlight what the most important thing is. I think that's my favorite part of it, and sometimes we have problems figuring out, what is it that we want to share with somebody.
Mhm.
And this, when you have a limited amount of space, you have to go through and you have to really pick it out. Um, so I think that's what I loved about it. It really was um, that kind of like that wow factor, like, oh my God, you guys do this. So it's just one of those things that worked out well for us. Um, Another thing, let's see, I was going to try and find this was our most recent um, report, and we did it in brochure format. So it's a one sheet folded page that has what our library's done. Um, and it's basically the same as the last one with the information just in a different format. And it was very simple to go in here and edit this, put it in, um, and then pick out what we wanted to share. So that one was another one that we had a lot of fun with. And you can add whatever you want to. I mean, if you need something that's going to get somebody's attention, Canva is where you're going to find what you need for that.
And that one I noticed went to your Ida County supervisors.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, so did the other libraries in the county use the same format then?
Most of them did.
Cool,
Most of
very
them did.
cool.
Yep. We shared the format and they just changed that to what they wanted to share.
Oh wow,
So,
that's another great use of the
yep,
software, right? The sharing feature.
it is. It is. And then another thing that we do um, is our story walks. We have a story walk with our conservation center out on their trail, and we put together the books and we print out this information that's required to be on there. We print this out on a 2x4 label, but we make little designs for each story to kind of go with it. So these are some of the ones that we've used in the past. And it just gets stuck right on the page before it gets laminated. And
That's perfect. And
yeah,
you
it
can
just,
customize it for the different holiday stories or
yeah, yeah, yeah. We even did one for summer reading with the summer reading images. Um, it just makes it gives it a little bit of a pop and something different that, instead of just having a plain piece of white paper with the words on it.
well, exactly. And I think this is something that so many libraries that will watch this will no doubt want to do this themselves because story walks have become so trendy, right?
They have, yeah,
In
yeah,
towns large and small, that's a great idea.
yeah. And then let's see. I was going to try and find one of the ones that we just changed the size on. Um, this one, well, let's see. We'll use this one. Um, this was a little information for one of our programs that we had a few years ago. This one was our digital slider. No, this was our TV display. So this one we had displayed on our TV every 15 seconds, along with our other things out there. But it was very easy to resize. If you use the resize button up here, you can pick. So the
Oh,
1920 by
got it.
1080, that's the size of our TV display. You can go in and change that to um, I forget what the slider is on the website, but you can just go in and change it to those numbers, and it'll automatically change it to fit on the website slider on the website if you have a state library website.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, so that one is one we did there. And then I think the last one that I have for you um, was our book that we made.
Oh, that's right. I'm anxious for you to share this
Yeah.
because when we talked about it, I thought this was just a great idea.
Yep. And it looks like Canva has an issue.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
maybe
wait, here
not.
it comes. Here it comes.
Okay, there we go. So last summer, for our Heritage Days um, weekend, which is a big weekend here, there's all kinds of activities. The library we did a stuffed animal sleepover, and we made a storybook for all of the kids who brought in their animals. So we used Canva to do the story, and we put our own, this is a trolley that's in our library. So we took a picture, removed the background, and plopped it on that page. And then the inside of the book are just book pages made in Canva. And you can add in little little backgrounds, pictures. But it ended up being like I don't know, a 14-page book that
Wow.
we put together. So, and we actually cataloged it and put it in our collection. So,
And is it available on Silo?
no,
No.
unfortunately not.
But did,
Unfortunately not. I
but you
think that's just a
said,
local thing.
but this is local history though. So you said that the kids got a copy of this?
Yep, all of the kids got a copy of it. So that will be worth millions
No doubt.
in a few years,
No doubt.
maybe about
This
50.
I love that idea and just
So,
adding in, those fixtures and furnishings that are so familiar in your
mhm.
library, the trolley car that's in
Yep,
your children's department.
yep,
That's
yep.
those are all such great ideas. Now, this might be harder question to answer.
Mhm,
But I know that there is a free version of
mhm,
Canva, but there's also a subscription to Canva. And there's also one called Canva for Teams.
mhm.
Um, you're using a pro version, I think, right?
Right, right. We have the pro version.
But don't you think that anyone who is just starting to familiarize themselves with this and they just want to dabble in it a little bit, um, there is so much that they could use in the free version, right? They wouldn't have to worry about a pro version until they feel that they've jacked up their skills to that point.
Right. Yeah, that's what we started with was the free version. Um, and there, honestly, there were a lot of different options on that free version. We didn't have to upgrade to pro if we
Okay.
didn't want to, but somehow we got pro without paying for it. Um, Being a nonprofit, I don't know that they still do that,
Okay.
but I think we got in early enough that they were offering that to nonprofits. So we somehow ended up with that. And we love it. Mission has just a ton of different options though too. You wouldn't necessarily have to pay for it.
Sure. And clearly from the self-published book you just showed us, you can upload your own photos, right? So
Yes.
that's a plus.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
And so a great feature I think of Canva is the sharing feature.
Mm-hmm.
You can share the designs you've created with other people, and don't be surprised if other people out there watching this might ask for you to share. You might get some of those requests coming to you. So, do people who ask for your designs, they need to have a Canva account themselves?
I believe so. Um,
Yes.
if if they just want to see what it looks like, I you can download it in a PDF file and send it that way. But if they want to actually edit it, they have to have their own Canva
Very
account.
okay.
Mhm.
Very good.
Yep. Yep. So, and that's another thing that I love about Canva. When you get your design done, you can download it in multiple formats. It doesn't have to be just one format. So if you want to download it as a picture, you can do that. A PDF, I think it's an SVG file. You can download it as an SVG. Um, I forget what all the options are, but there are just a bunch of different options. You could take your design that you just created and transfer it to something else. So, and I even know that when you design in here, they do have an option to print. You can pay them to print that design for you.
Okay, very good.
Yep, yep. And you can take it to other places like Vistaprint. If you want something printed professionally, you can do it that way too.
Oh, very good. Well, this
Yeah.
should inspire people to want to give Canva a whirl for themselves, for their library, and see the kind of fun and the kind of creative, just the creative, I think, experience in looking through the variety of designs and thinking through what any library would like to start with. I hope that a lot of the listeners and viewers of Kernels will want to take a look at Canva. Angie, if you want to do a stop screen share,
Oh, yep.
we'll just wrap it up with just my thanks to you for spending your time with me this morning. Your contact information will show up on a closing slide for this kernel. So, like I said, don't be surprised if you have some people tapping you, either with questions about Canva or maybe to see some of your designs. Um, Thank you, Angie, truly for spending time this way. And thanks to all of you for watching. Remember, too, that if you want to earn CE credit for watching this kernel or any of the others that we have recorded, then log into your Iowa Shares account. Simply watch the videos and complete the evaluation. Otherwise, you can watch any of these on our playlist inside our YouTube continuing education channel. And just one more plea, if any of you tuning in have something to share from your own library, a program, a new initiative, software that you love, like Angie loves Canva, and you think it would be something to add to our assortment of kernels, please let us know that. Contact us and we will be in touch with you. So thank you again, Angie, and thanks to all of you for watching.
Thank you, Bonnie.